A priest in Spain has been arrested after performing 13 exorcisms on an anorexic girl. The girl is actually the daughter of two deeply religious individuals who wanted to pray the devil out of their daughter because of her anorexia, and so they went to this priest who performed the exorcisms. He apparently tied her up and had crucifixes positioned over her head. After these exorcisms took place, she attempted suicide, which of course alerted the authorities to this priest, and they arrested him as a result of the exorcisms. He says that she did not attempt suicide because of what he had done to her.
So here's the problem with this story. Not this particular issue, but a whole society that believes in this nonsense. So then they arrest this guy, like, how dare you do this exorcism? And he's apparently done over 200 exorcisms over the past 4.5 years. But there are 15 priests in Spain with church authorization to conduct exorcisms. And in 2013, apparently, they had a special exorcism squad that was chosen in Madrid to tackle, quote, an unprecedented rise in demonic possession. Now, how can you arrest this guy and say you're a kook when the church has sanctioned squads of kooks?
Right, when there is a perception of legitimacy toward that, where people think that, yeah, of course, I mean, if you are dealing with any type of illness, any type of condition, well, the devil lives inside you and you just need to be exorcised. That's it.
Wouldn't this guy's defense be, well, the church said there was an unprecedented rise in demonic possession?
I think that'd be a pretty good defense.
I'm just trying to help a sister out, right? And so is the charge that you've done an unofficial exorcism as opposed to an official exorcism that would work and get demon out of the body? Once you bought into Cocoa Puffs, well, when do you stop eating?
Well, here's the issue. Usually when we do stories of honor killings or some terrible religious thing that happens in some other country, usually the answer is, well, you don't combat that by force, you combat that through education. But these are priests that live in Spain. These are people who live in Spain, right? So this couple is living in Spain. They have access to resources. They have access to education. But they still think that exorcisms make sense. They still believe that the devil is living in their daughter, who is dealing with a serious condition. And the only way to aid that condition is by taking their daughter to someone who's going to do an exorcism. It's absurd, right? And this girl almost committed suicide.
No, we have to recognize that we live among maniacs. And so some are easy to point out. Look, you see the Muslim fundamentalists beheading people. It's easy to say they're maniacs, and they are, right? And if you're predisposed to being politically against the settlers in Israel, it's easy to say, look at those fundamentalist maniacs, you know, and they're leading to a situation where we're never going to get peace because, oh no, my God told me 2,000 years ago I own this piece of land. Seemed like a maniac. But when it's your own religion, it's harder to see, right? And in the West, Christianity dominates. So here you have Christians, and in this case Catholics, who are like, yeah, well, let's do an exorcism squad. Let's put that together. And we got all these demons running around. And people act like there's nothing wrong. No, you're maniacs. So now, luckily, you're not cutting anybody's head off, although she did commit suicide because of how much
attempted to commit suicide.
Yeah, she attempted to commit suicide because you subjected her to 13 exorcisms, right? But you got to understand something. Here in America, the governor of Louisiana also attempted an exorcism on a woman he knew in college. They held her down and whatever you do in a stupid-ass exorcism where you're going mental. Like, I mean, they live among us. That's what I'm trying to explain. Like, people don't get it. They think like, oh, religion, it's no big deal. You say tomato, I say tomato. No, I say tomato, you say demon, right? Like, you say Beelzebub. That makes no sense. And now we got to have a conversation with you as if you're a rational human being. One of you is a governor. The other one is sanctioned, you know, by the church in Spain. This is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. There is no fucking demon inside people. And you're not going to it away.